A shocking and, frankly, unbelievable chain of events. Not one car was stolen, but four. This wasn't a desperate escape, it was a calculated display of power and control. The suspects continued their rampage, stealing car after car, while our city watched helplessly. Voiceover to Venice. The chase entered downtown Los Angeles, the most shocking and for a most heartbreaking part of the story. Down. But shortly after 11:30 p.m., the suspects did the unthinkable. They reversed onto Interstate 10, speeding into oncoming traffic. The chaos was escalating. The two suspects then abandoned the tanker truck and jumped into a third stolen vehicle, a white pickup truck, and drove off again. Police confirmed they found a firearm in the first stolen truck. With a smaller, faster vehicle, the pursuit intensified. They even stopped in Boyle Heights to change drivers, a bold move amid a police chase. But their luck finally ran out. After jumping out of the white truck, the suspects stole a fourth car and, in a final act of daring, disappeared. Destructive chase left a trail of stolen vehicles and unanswered questions, with no arrests made at last check.
Streetlights blink like coded warnings, shadowed alleys, stories scorning. Each turn sharper, adrenaline flows, a desperate ride where danger grows. Is it the thrill of the fight I crave? This asphalt beast, my soul enslaved. The lines blur fast, the anthem tire and fault. This engine roars, it steals the show. But it's what's igniting, hearts are pounding, fears inviting. How long will this moment last? The clock is screaming, seconds fast. Streetlights blink like coded warnings, shadowed alleys, stories scorning. Each turn sharper, adrenaline flows, a desperate ride I end. How long will this moment last? The clock is screaming, seconds fast. But it's what's igniting, hearts are pounding, fears inviting. How long will this moment last? The clock is screaming, seconds fast.
Looks like there's an officer who's just allowing cars to go by, so I don't know what that driver, that CHP officer is doing on that on-ramp. You would think they would shut down the on-ramps and off-ramps to kind of clear the way for this pursuit, but that is not happening at first blush. And again, so here we see the split coming up of the 110 and the 101 freeway continuing south. We know this interchange right at downtown. You can take the 110 either direction towards back up towards the valley, or you can head south down into South Los Angeles and hit the 10 freeway, or you can continue on 101, the 5 merge, where it then will split several times here. Officers moving ahead. We see this sometimes. Bruce, maybe you can talk a little bit about this, about officers pulling ahead and trying to block off those lanes of ingress and egress to kind of clear the way for these officers and the danger of having this truck continue on this pursuit. Do we still have Bruce? What was potentially on board that? We had a viewer tell us that confirming this does look like a milk truck, so no danger of what the payload is. But now you have a large vehicle that has been carjacked, truck jacked, if you will, making its way towards a possibly pedestrian. Or tuck into an alley or a parking garage to get away. If anything, these guys might want to bail on foot and try and get away that way, and they would have much more of a chance on foot, say, than just kind of driving a big rig through downtown where they are not going to be lost.
Hey, Bruce, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
We know that there are patrol vehicles, law enforcement following behind. I want to ask, in this situation, why we haven't seen any patrol cars kind of get ahead of this truck yet. What are the dangers there?
Well, he's running through intersections, and that's a danger. But one of the things is when you put a patrol car in front, you don't want to do that, because now you have a multi-thousand-pound vehicle which could be used as a weapon against that patrol car. So it's not something that we teach or practice or even think about doing.
Yeah.
It's a valid question, but it's just not something we do.
We saw somebody running. I wasn't sure whether that was going to be an officer looking to deploy a spike strip or whether it was just at the portion, I believe, under the 10 freeway. This might be around the portion where the fire broke out. I'm just going to
You're
look.
exactly right.
Yeah, this Jack in the Box is right across the street
Yes.
from where that devastating fire broke out under the freeway here, trying to make a turn. A vehicle of this size cannot do this easily.
Wow.
Was there contact made? There could have been contact made. We'll see what this car does if they.
Someone just hopped out of the.
Yep.
They both hopped
drivers
out.
getting out, trying to carjack another vehicle and able
Wow.
to do so. It looks like doors are open on a white pickup truck. I did not see anyone emerge from that vehicle and now driving in this car. So a white pickup truck, again, this happened earlier in an earlier pursuit where it went into an underpass, one car entered, another car emerged. We don't know if these guys just carjacked another vehicle or whether they had one waiting for them, but now traveling in their third vehicle, and there go, passing law enforcement vehicles, unaware that they are now pursuing a different vehicle. This is the third vehicle we have seen since picking up this pursuit. Now it looks like getting back onto the freeway, and this should be back on the 10 freeway eastbound in a new vehicle, and we are waiting to see anyone in law enforcement pick this up because as of right now, they have not done so. Oftentimes, I can tell you, they are watching this pursuit. Law enforcement is watching this pursuit at headquarters, and as long as we have it, they will eventually pick this up by watching our broadcast. Because on the ground, this is something that you can miss. We talked about a big rig unable to get away from those ground units. They are now in a vehicle that should circumstances arise in the right fashion for this driver, they could get away. We will stay on them as long as we can until this is picked back up.
Because in that truck that they were driving earlier, so much easier to spot, so much easier to follow, and they were driving, I mean, much slower. It appears that they've really picked up the pace here on the freeway.
Okay, so vehicle number 3, this began about an hour ago in the Palmdale, Lancaster area in another pickup truck. At times going the wrong way on the 5 freeway, that vehicle ended its portion of the pursuit by going the wrong direction on an on-ramp to the 5 freeway. They tried to carjack one big rig that did not have a trailer. That driver was able to back up out of danger, but they continued on carjacking a tanker truck, which we believe now is a milk tanker, taking that from the northern portion of the valley up towards Newhall, taking that down the 5 freeway onto the 170, which becomes the 101 freeway through Hollywood, through downtown, onto the 110 south, and then circling around downtown LA for about 20 minutes before emerging, going the wrong direction onto the 10 freeway just south of downtown Los Angeles, going the wrong direction, getting out and either carjacking or having a vehicle waiting for them, now the third vehicle in this white pickup truck.
My tires scream loud, lights flash red, I'm lost in the crowd. I say Zach, I'm lightning's twin. This wild game I gotta win. Sue's on the airwaves, telling them my place. Crazy speed, they'll never catch me. Oh no, no, the seas, peace on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my gleam. Crazy speed, can't stop me. Concrete jungle blurring my sight. Wind like knives cuts through the night. I see the bridge, my haven, my friend. Underneath this chase will end. Sue's voice is laughing, I'm disappearing. Crazy speed, they'll never catch me. Oh no, no, the seas, peace on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my gleam. Crazy speed, can't stop me. Blurring my sight, wind like knives cuts through the night. I see the bridge, my haven, my friend. Underneath this chase will end. Sue's voice is laughing, I'm disappearing. Crazy speed, they'll never catch me. Oh no, no, the CHP's on my spree. Gotta find a bridge to hide my glee. Crazy speed, can't stop me.
This per police who are trying to catch up to this driver. Third vehicle these guys have been driving during this pursuit. 2 pickup trucks and, of course, what we believe was a milk tanker taken for miles on area freeways and doing loops around the LA Live area of downtown Los Angeles. Our Air 7 lost visuals on that tanker truck as it did circles through downtown LA because it's hard for our vantage point from the air to be able to get around those high rises. Of course, the ground units, Royal Heights, this is in Lincoln Heights right now, headed back towards Boyle Heights on Mission Road. This is basically back the way they came, circling back around. We'll see back on Cesar Chavez what they do here. But this is right by that park back under the 10 freeway. This is the 101, near the 101-10 interchange here, just off of here, stopping on that underpass. Just as we have seen happen, this is now the third time today we have seen a vehicle in a pursuit stop in an underpass, and now we have those pursuing ground units.
There they are, yep.
Finally catching up at what looks like just the right time, and now we don't know what's happening underneath that freeway, but we have seen twice now today vehicles being pursued, stopping in an underpass and changing vehicles. The first 2, we were able to pick it up pretty easily. This one, I'm not sure what's happening, but again, those ground units are right there, able to see what was going on. And there is that truck. Is it being driven or is it rolling?
It's hard to tell.
It could just be rolling on, or there could be people still inside. We saw earlier that first pursuit today, Sophie, they were in a pickup truck, which entered an underpass and just rolled out with the door open with nobody inside but kept going. I don't know if that's happened here, and we'll keep an eye out on either side of people on foot who are emerging here. But those officers continue to follow that truck, and it doesn't look like they have broken off, but they continue down the roadway. Have we entered a freeway? As far as we could tell, they were still back on the road on Cesar Chavez. Do we have word of? Yeah, I think they're back on the side street, back out by the underpass. We didn't see those law enforcement vehicles. Further down the road here, just a little further down this road is where we saw those lights going slowly as the truck emerged from this underpass. Let's see if we can pick up any of the flashing lights here from law enforcement. Can you see them up a little further down? There's one up. Yep, there's one up there, making a U-turn to continue on here. I don't know if that pickup truck continued to just roll with nobody in it, or whether they were inside just driving slowly, but obviously law enforcement here looks like they might be looking for someone. So we're getting word they may have taken another vehicle from somewhere in that underpass. Yep, you can see the spotlight from that vehicle, right, that law enforcement cruiser right there, and another one now circling the block. So it appears that law enforcement might be looking for these drivers. They may have lost them. And you see, do we still have Bruce Thomas on the line?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Bruce, thanks for sticking with us this long. Now, what are you seeing now? We see an officer, I think that's a CHP officer, getting out of their vehicle. Could they be lost at this point? Looks like it.
You know, it appears because there was a lag time between the on-scene of the patrol cars and the suspect vehicle that, like you said, he may have carjacked somebody else and the vehicle was just rolling. I don't see CHP doing a felony traffic stop, but it looks like they're trying to contain an area for looking for the suspect. But at this point, I think they may have lost them.
Looks that way. It really does look that way as they are now 4 deep across the road there here on, I believe, is there still Cesar Chavez? Yeah, Cesar Chavez at Progress Place. It appears that they have lost these guys. This is what we were talking about. It's not something you can do in a big rig going slowly through downtown Los Angeles. It apparently is something you can do when you're driving in a smaller vehicle. Is that the pickup truck there? That's the truck. So it looks like they abandoned this truck, and it looks like it's resting up against some parked cars. So they likely bailed from this, allowed it to roll on. I think the officers might have continued pursuing this truck while the 2 guys had gotten out and either gotten to another vehicle. If that's the case, they're pretty much gone. If they did not see that exchange happen
Right.
on that underpass and they took off 5 minutes ago, they're gone if they're not able to see them now. They could still be in that vehicle. I don't know if they are. They seem to be lined up as if those two guys are still in this truck. We are waiting to see whether they approach that truck and are able to clear it, or whether they have bailed and that truck just rolled on its own and came to a stop against those parked cars, which is kind of what looks like it would have happened.
Well, it looks like they're moving forward towards the truck. Again, it's a little hard to see because of, you know, the lack of lights here, but
Yeah,
they
you
are
see some lights
approaching the
moving
truck.
in now, yep. It's on the passenger side. Now, in between two parked cars.
And we know there were at least two people inside of this truck. The initial driver hopped out, and the two people that we have been pursuing all night, they hopped in there.
And it looks like those officers are backing away. So it's either empty or something happened inside the truck, and there's no longer a danger within the cab because they're backing away from that. Now checking the bed of that truck. Officers approaching on both sides, and you can see, was it a covered bed, or can you see right into the bed? Opening the rear door of that, is it a four-door truck, or is that the driver's door? No, it's the rear door. So it looks like this vehicle is empty. It appears, and we can't see everything, all the officers here, but it looks like these guys may have gotten away. So what started more than an hour ago, several carjackings, carjacking of a big rig truck carrying a milk tanker. This truck right here may have been
This engine roars, it steals the show.
What makes a police chase even more exciting? Watch High Speed, where we combine the most intense police chases with the latest audio commentary technology for an unparalleled viewing experience. White down pointing backhand index, subscribe now and join the chase.
Street lights blink like coded warnings. Shadowed alleys, stories scorning. Each turn sharper, adrenaline flows.
For a real thrill, this is your High Speed Star, and trust me, we bring you the most amazing police chases you've ever seen, right here in the Golden State. You'll witness rampant chaos on the roads, intense carjackings, and, trust me, some of these outlaws. They're brutal in every sense of the word, but some are as cunning as foxes. We analyze every chase meticulously so you can see how they operate. We provide a detailed report on every chase so you can discover the behavior of the thieves and outlaws. If you're a fan of non-stop action, pure adrenaline, and amazing road adventures, don't miss this. We are talking about California chases that will get you pumped up every time. Right pointing black triangle hash white down pointing backhand index, subscribe now and join the High Speed community. And hey, when you join the High Speed community, you'll not only get great content, but you'll also help us raise funds for those directly affected by these chases. Our goal is to give back and support our community. What are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button now, join us, and let's get this show started. You won't regret it. This is High Speed, where the action never stops.
Small beast, my soul enslaved. The lines blur fast, the end unclear. Speeds the drug out, the lost the gear. But it's watching, igniting, hearts are pounding.